This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
Welcome to Eyewitness News at 5:30. We continue to follow breaking news out of San Bernardino. You're looking live. 70 firefighters battling a massive fire at a pallet yard. That is Air 7 HD. Scott Reif is there. John Gregory is arriving. He's on the ground. So let's start off with Scott, who can give us an update from above.
Yeah, Philip, it'll be interesting to see what John gives us. From what we could tell, these are wood pallets. To the right side of your screen, it's something different. We think a different yard. But it's a very large yard with thousands of pallets. Much of them have not started on fire yet, so certainly there's some concern that it could spread. Initially, we heard about a strip mall. We don't see that in this area. There are several structures, but they're metal, and it looks like they've contained it to the yard. You can see how many water cannons, the aerial ladders, they're getting up, and they're just trying to get as much water on this as possible. It's 1212 South Mountain View in San Bernardino. And it's San Bernardino County Fire that has surrounded it at this point in time. But it certainly is massive. It's spectacular looking. We've seen a lot of these types of fires in the past. They usually can contain them because they don't put these pallets next to structures that will go up easily. And that's what we're seeing here this morning. But certainly it's a big fire. There are some concerns. No wind. That's good news as far as the spread of the fire is concerned. But it's going to take some time, as you could tell, before they'll be able to knock this down. The cause of the fire, we still don't know. But we've seen these types of things burn for hours before they can put them out. From Air 7 HD, I'm Scott Reif, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Scott, thanks very much for that. We see that vantage point from the air now. Let's go to the ground with Eyewitness News reporter John Gregory, who's just arrived on scene.
Stop moving.
John. There he is. John.
Leslie, I think you can hear me, Leslie. We are on the ground here. You can see that fire burning quite intensely behind me. We just had to move a little bit because one of the fire hoses from above was aiming right for us. A lot of fire trucks here dumping a tremendous amount of water on this fire. 3 or 4 ladder units dumping water from above. But you can see that fire burning intensely behind us. There's a lot of fuel here, a lot of pallets that haven't burned yet. But they do appear to have a lot of resources in place. They're really hitting this thing hard. There was that strip mall next to this pallet yard. It did suffer some damage, according to firefighters. They say they've contained it. They've pushed it back into the yard. But there is some damage to that structure nearby. Meanwhile, here in the yard, it looks like mostly just pallets that have burned. There is what appears to be a trailer rig from an 18-wheeler that's been destroyed. But it doesn't look like there's any other material but pallets burning right now. So firefighters really just pounding it with water from above. They've got a lot of resources here. It's a 3-alarm fire, so a lot of engine units pulled in, and it looks like they're doing their best to contain it. But it is, as Scott said, really a spectacular sight as this fire burns here. The wind, not really a factor. Most of the smoke rising straight up, so that's a good news as well, as firefighters work to contain this blaze. We are hoping to get more information. The one important bit of information was the fire at one point did spread to that nearby strip mall, and firefighters were able to contain it. But that's the latest here in San Bernardino. John Gregory, ABC7.